to the Houston Cougars. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cougars offense will start this game off. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're
turning it on. That's a fumble. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Back to throw. It's Wegman. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. Houston wants to play fast. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do, because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Connors. On the move at the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Houston has it with a 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Connors. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
This is the 8th play of this long drive, and it's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Wegman. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Absolutely center cut. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The Mountaineers want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. They get to him as he throws.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Get it out on the screen. Breaks into the open.
First down.
A pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with the first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Back to pass on second down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. It's caught. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The short hands, it's Broussard. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pick up, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And they will score! Touchdown, Houston! Ho! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught behind the line. It's White. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. And the Mountaineers are on the move. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. Those who say you can't go home again don't know Rich Rodriguez as he returns to Morgantown and hoping to take the Mountaineers to near ethereal realm.
Man, you think back to Pat White, Steve Slayton, Noel Devine, all those great players on offense. How much fun Rich Rod's offense was back in the day. I don't know if it's going to look like that right away, David, but you can see why people are really excited.
And it's a totally different look now, right? Like so many guys going into the portal, but you hope it looks like it used to. With the explosiveness, with the fun. Obviously, he won a ton of games at that spot, was close to playing for a national title. Can he get the spark back?
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Vaughn. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The end of the period, and Houston has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. This is now a 7-point game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Colorado is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things at Folsom Field. Trust me when I tell you that. Guess what I'm saying is a comeback could be in the cards. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Arizona. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Wegman. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
That's caught. It's Thomas. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. The ball pops out on the return. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. The Houston offense comes onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, possession. They are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The running back has it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Motion from the wideout. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
2 runs, and this defense has been physical, giving up absolutely nothing. Palmer, what's your passing play I think you go to here?
No, I like moving the pocket at this point, Pollock, and also maybe thinking about the tight end on a crossing route. You can kind of get through the traffic, come out the other side.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead down a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Trying play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's White. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And the Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
What's important in this game, this offense, is the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Oh, almost there.
Find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field.
Still hard run.
Once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Oh, you got to
He
catch
had
that.
him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Looking for space, it's Connors. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Cougars look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. To the air, it's Wegman. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
It'll be 3rd and long. Rides to back and leaves it. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Still on their side of the field, no problem. Going for it, 4th and short from the 44. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Broussard. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. He's going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage in the back end defensively.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout.
Oh, you got to catch that.
Completion on 3rd
You got too
down.
many passes for me.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. From the gun, running back gets the give. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. To the air on second down. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals. And you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20.
Oh, come on.
And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They are up by just one over San Diego State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down.
He lost one down the sideline. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Fires to the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points beforehand.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Catch in the middle, it's Bray. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tied game, hoping to get something on the board. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll run play action. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Houston will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable, the defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And he'll be brought down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Unloads to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
They'll go to the ground. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The give out of the gun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And I think you'll hear a little grumbling from the fan base, right? 3rd and long. I want to be aggressive. I want to throw the football. They get conservative. This offense is leading. Maybe that goes into the thought process a little bit.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by just 1 over Buffalo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And now they've lost the ball here. That ball was just lying there forever in the end zone, and the defense finally pounced on it.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it...
Turning it on. Got enough for the first down. The 20. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mountaineers. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 53 yards for 6. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Martin. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Quickly out to the tight end. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Looking for room. It's Sanford. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Broussard. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. On the move. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Going for the big play. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
Got it in the middle. It's Bray. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Here's the pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We've got to change something up here. We've got to do something different because right now it's just a sack party.
And the Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. It's Gallagher. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It's complete to the right. And they pick up just
Let's
a few
get
on
it.
that completion. Probably the
We
toughest
can't
call
close
on
this
the play
game out.
sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He'll do it himself. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
The short hands, it's White. Bust through behind his pad. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Got it behind the line. It's White. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better.
Oh, he's got some space. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barnes. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. A first down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose.
Let's go, big hit. Let's go in for the touchdown. We got him. That's a big play.
What a missed opportunity. You got an opportunity after that drive to go take the lead when you're trailing. And now you turn the football over, give the football right back. Defense needs to come out, bail you out, get a big stop, get the ball back so you can try to take the lead.
sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down. Houston will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt. You cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
The give to the tailback. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Boom. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
The Mountaineers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Off play action.
Ah.
Taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Got some room to run. Touchdown, West Virginia. The defense putting points on the board.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Northern Illinois has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside Husky Stadium. They're up by 10 over San Diego State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Offense in a bunch formation. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Fires complete on the crosser. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Butler. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play? You can dial it. Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And, guys, a perfect opportunity here to take the lead late. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They need 7 more yards to reach the end zone. It's 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now. So take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Houston.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you can see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.